I made $12,000 by doing absolutely nothing this year. This is truly the definition of passive income. And in this video, I'm going to share with you exactly how I did it and how you can do it too. But before we start, I'm not selling you a $997 course, asking you to smash anything, and I'm not even going to ask you to buy anything. This right here is a no hype revealing all of my cards for the educational value for you. I want to help you get started today, right now, after this video, with online side hustles that can take you to the next level in 2022. And with that said, this video is made possible thanks to Skillshare, but more on that a little bit later. So for those of you that want to see it, right here's the proof. As you add up every single week that I got paid, the total value equals over $12,000. Now, in order to lessen the hype, this money, even though I did make it without doing anything this year, there was a lot of work done in prior years that led me to where I am today to be able to make this kind of money. So if you're coming on here thinking you can make thousands of dollars by literally doing nothing, typically that's often found with a bunch of scams and unnecessary hype. So in this video, I'm gonna share with you, number one, the steps I took to get this money. Number two, my exact step-by-step process that I used to succeed online. And number three, some future projects that you need to consider doing to get started today to make money very soon. So the year was 2011. Oh yeah, 10 years ago. My family was in massive debt. We were over $90,000 in consumer debts. You know, add up the typical car loan, student loan, and the credit cards, that equaled $90,000 in debt. Now don't get me wrong, I really like my job. But the problem with that is I knew that there was a ceiling, right? You can only get a certain amount of raise every single year. So I needed to figure out a way to make more money so that I could pay off that debt faster. I didn't want to get a second job. I didn't want to work myself to death. So I decided I wanted to do a side hustle online to make more money to pay off all the debt. So I stumbled on network marketing. Now, I'm not recommending that. Don't get me wrong here. I'm not going to come up with you with an MLM sales pitch. I was passionate about the products and the services that they provided. You know them very well, P90X, Insanity Max 30, and the Beachbody brands. That is what attracted me to the idea of making a side hustle with something I was already using to lose weight and that I was passionate about. Now, I decided instead of doing the recruiting, I was just going to promote the products, the things that I was passionate about, like the P90X and things like that. So I did a lot of research. I did a lot of publishing of content online, and then boom, I was well on my way. Now, total lifetime earnings of this was about $100,000, but in this past year alone, where I literally did nothing, I made that $12,000. What I started doing is I did a couple things. Number one, I built a website called Sweet Life Fitness. My idea was get people over to my website, talk about my journey, and then if they were interested, they may buy a product from me. Number two, I did YouTube videos. In fact, this channel right here, if you look back on the history, I don't have all the videos up, but I do still have some old videos up that did quite well on this channel. Feel free to check them out after this one so you can kind of see where I started. So I'd talk about my review of the program. I would leave with a call to action. Somebody would click on my link, buy the program, and I would make a small affiliate commission from promoting that product. And the best part was I was doing this all online in my spare time, posting the videos up, posting the blog post up, and then over time as they grew, you could see people starting to flood in and do things. In fact, check out this video posted back in 2014, P90X versus Insanity. Check out how many views on YouTube I got from this one video. Not only that, this video has brought me a good amount of affiliate commission as a result of helping people decide which program they wanted to do. Even today in 2021, check it out, I still attract views on my YouTube channel from my fitness days, and those fitness days turn into sales on the Beachbody programs. But as you know, I've pivoted this channel to personal finance. We talk about investing, crypto, side hustles, and things like that. And this year, I have not focused at all on Beachbody. I have not talked about it to anybody. I've not put any more content out about it. I still do my workouts, but that's in my garage privately to myself, but yet I'm still making money as a result of this. So let's move on to the second part of the video, the part that you're most excited about, the exact step-by-step process I use in order to find, attract, and convert people into making sales online. Now, in full transparency, I make a ton of money. I make a full-time income doing what I do today, the finance YouTube channel and some affiliate programs that I run that are offline from my old fitness days. This $12,000 is just a drop in the bucket compared to my full-time income that I use right here on YouTube. But you're just getting started off. Let me show you the secrets, if you will, if you want to call them secrets, to how you can do this yourself. So start by thinking about what you're passionate about. What do you wake up and maybe talk to your friends about? It could be anything. anything at all. What are you excited about? And then what's your favorite platform? Is it right here on YouTube? Is it TikTok? Is it Instagram? Is it a mix of all those type of different social media platforms? That's where you're gonna post your content. That's what you're gonna do. But remember, it's not all just about posting a bunch of videos up. It's not just about posting a bunch of Instagram posts. It's a lot more to it than that, but it's not that hard to figure out. Once you do, you'll start realizing how instead of just posting a bunch of videos to YouTube and not getting any views, you can actually get views by doing the right thing based on what you're passionate about, which I'll share with you in just a moment. Now, I gotta tell you guys, how you should also consider doing this is by learning new things and becoming creative. Always find a different way to level up to your next level of success. And that is where Skillshare comes in. Skillshare can help you make 2022 a year of new learning, growth, and connection through creativity. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for anyone who loves learning and wants to explore their creativity and learn new skills. Let me get right to the point. I had a struggle with how I edited my YouTube videos in the past. I also wanted to do better thumbnails so people could actually see what I was talking about in my video before they actually clicked. Thanks to Skillshare, I did 2 different classes that took me to a whole new level. I've talked about it a million times, but I gotta give him one more shout out, and that is Jordy Vanderpert on Premiere Pro. That is the editing program I use for my YouTube videos. He is phenomenal, taking you to advanced editing that can really help you understand how to do your videos, how to edit those videos in shorter time as well as in more detail. And to make it even better, the first 1,000 subscribers that use the link in the description below of this video will get a 1-month free trial to Skillshare, so you can start exploring your creativity today. Now let's move on to the next part. After you've started thinking about your content, thinking about what you're passionate about, how do you actually build it from there? Number 1, hone in on what you're passionate about. Really define that. Now, in the past, it was fitness related specifically to at-home workouts for me, P90X, Insanity, things like that. Now it's on personal finance, which is kind of broad, but I talk about investing, side hustles, and crypto. Write down your passion right now. And then what we want to do is go a little bit deeper on that. Don't just post up videos. Don't just post up content that you want to talk about. And I know that sounds tough, but a lot of people will go into this and think, oh, I think this would be cool, so I'm just gonna post this up. The problem is people might not be searching for that. People might not care. The only person that might care is you. So in order to attract an audience, you gotta go to your audience's space. So many people I see quit YouTube because they're just posting up things that they think people are gonna like, but they don't actually like it. They're not meeting their audience where the audience is. And as a result of that, they get frustrated and they quit. And I don't want that for you. Let's take it a step further. Let me show you exactly what I use. I'm giving away all my stuff for free. I can't believe I'm doing this, but this is really important because I want to help people live a better life, live their ultimate sweet life. Right here is where I started. Trends.google.com. Now, just for the example that we're going to use in today's video, let's pretend we're passionate about dogs. So we really like dogs, we like puppy dogs, we want to talk about dogs. But we don't want to just put up there and say, my husky jumped over the couch today. Nobody's going to watch that. What we want to do is we want to see what people are actually searching for. So the very first thing we can start with is just simply dogs. We're going to hit enter, and this is what we got going on. Now, of course, you can see that there's some interest over a period of time, and that's fine. This is United States. You can also turn this into whatever country you're from, or you can do worldwide if you want. That's totally up to you, depending on what you're trying to target. I'm going to leave it for the purpose of today's video on United States. I'm going to scroll down here, but look at what's going on here. So we can start seeing, what are people talking about? What are some related topics? Okay, this is interesting. Corn dog, obviously that's not related, but also look over here to some rising things. What are people most interested in right now? Look at this, CBD oil for dogs. That's really interesting. It's interesting to me that CBD is a breakout. That is starting to come up as something that people are interested in. Could you potentially do a video talking about CBD, cannabis, for dogs? You know, that could be an opportunity. But look, there's plenty of other things you can look at. We can keep going on and down and down and down. Oh, check this one out. A 60% related improvement to Halloween costumes for dogs. Now, I would say a Halloween costume would be a great video for October, but that's something you could put in your future production schedule. Be like, hey, really like dogs. I think we should do a video talking about some great Halloween costumes for dogs. And you could even break it down even more and say, Halloween costumes for little dogs, big dogs, so on and so forth. This is where you meet your audience. You start really doing a lot of searching. And remember, you're gonna spend a lot of time here really just kind of going through and maybe redefining what it is. Let's do puppies. We're gonna have to dive into the entire niche of dogs to really understand what our audiences want. Why do puppies eat their poop? I mean, look at it, 120% up related query. I mean, that might be interesting. Maybe something to talk about. When can puppies go outside? How often do puppies poop? You know, it's weird, but would you ever think for a second if you're passionate about dogs, to talk about poop. I mean, you might not, but if your audience is searching for it, this could be a great place to start. Now, after you start creating content, I would recommend at least 20 pieces of content. It could be 20 Instagram posts, it could be 20 TikToks, 20 YouTube videos. Start creating content. They might suck, and that's okay. Your first videos are always gonna be terrible compared to your next video, compared to your next video after that. That's why you use Skillshare, so you can keep getting better at what you're doing. That's what I do. You start creating those stories, and then what you wanna do is, as you start posting those videos, those content pieces, those blog posts, whatever it may be, start looking at what your audience is responding to. And this could be a lot of different things. This could be comments, this could be shares, this could be something on Twitter, whatever it is. Look at what they're saying. So I take a lot of time looking at the data of each and every one of my YouTube videos. I look at the comments, and yes, I even look at the haters. I'm looking at everything that comes into every single video, because I wanna understand, when did people drop off of this video? When did they stay around? What were they saying in the comments? And what do they want to see more of? And then what I do is I generate ideas based on what people are asking me. So when I ask you guys, comment down below with your suggestions. I take each one of those seriously. While I can't always come up with a video right away, that could be a topic for the future, maybe in the near future, maybe in the long distance. But always look at your audience. As you start building them, you're gonna continue to get more ideas, more comments, more feedback, more hate, and that is what's exciting. I can't tell you how much I lean on my haters. They probably hate the fact that I like them, but when people hate on my videos and they leave a nasty comment, I actually now take that as an opportunity to say, okay, unless it's a fool, are they actually giving me some good feedback? A lot of people will give hater comments, but they give almost like a hint as to what could have made this video better. And I take that and say, okay, that's something I should focus on for my next video. And then number 3, what we wanna do is, after you start creating your content, start thinking about affiliate links. Now, what you could do is sign up for an affiliate account with Amazon. And the most simple thing you could do, hop over to Amazon, search for products that might be related to what you're about to talk about. Let's say we're gonna talk about Halloween costumes for dogs. Could you go on to Amazon? Look up a few Halloween costumes, plug in the affiliate links as a result in the description or the Instagram post or whatever, that people can then click on if they like what you're sharing with them. So let's say we do a YouTube video, we're sharing this little dog, has a cute little Halloween costume on, and then you say, hey, to check this one out, click the link down in the description below or on the Instagram post. Then what they do, they click on it, boom, you earn a small piece of an affiliate commission. And this is how you can start making money today as a result. And the best part is if you actually use the product and you're showcasing that product and say, hey, I've used this for X amount of years, X amount of months, X amount of days, it doesn't matter. Here's what I have, here it is physically, go check it out on Amazon. And then you start making money. Now, if this video is helping you, make sure you tap the like button and share it. Tag me at SweetLifeMoney on Twitter if you do share it on Twitter. And I wanna help more people, but let's talk about the secret behind all this. There's a secret, and it's plain as daylight, but it really does separate the people that stay with it and become successful and those people that do not. I've seen it time and time again. Once you have your passion and you start posting content, and then you start listening to your audience and actually responding to that audience, and you start making money, there's one thing that will make you fail, and that is if you're not consistent. And boy, honestly, guys, this is the number one thing that people screw up on. You will beat 99% of your perceived competition by just staying consistent, showing up every single day. And maybe that doesn't mean posting content every day, but doing something for your side hustle every day, just a little bit. Maybe it's only 10 minutes to get a little bit better, and then a little bit better. And then once you start really going all in, as I have, especially here on YouTube with personal finance, you can then look at that and say, hey, wait a minute, this is a full-time income I'm making now. I mean, granted, yeah, the $12,000 is fun, but I'm making a full-time income now as a result of what I started. And it's all thanks to that $12,000. It's all thanks to that network marketing that helped me learn and go through a lot of struggle and pain and agony to find what I'm truly passionate about. And that's making videos right here on YouTube, helping you live your ultimate sweet life through personal finance. And by the way, with that in mind, here's another personal finance video you should be checking out. And here's a video that YouTube thinks you're gonna like. Go check out one of these, and we'll see you on the next video.